Alright guys, Mr. CS here. I'm coming at you with a review of Tokyo Ghoul Episode 2. And pretty much, I'm just going to throw this out there before I review it. I am hooked on Tokyo Ghoul now. It is the what the fuck factor for this summer anime series that we haven't had since Attack on Titan. I'm not saying it's on the level of Attack on Titan, but it's pretty damn close. The gore is on par, but I don't know, like every website I went to watch this, it kind of like blacked out some of the more gruesome parts, and it also like introverted the colors when there was a lot of blood. I was wondering, is that like what's gonna happen now? Because the first episode really didn't have any of that, and that's what I really liked about it. It showed everything that was portrayed in the manga. I was just hoping it. Is there like a website that I could watch where it doesn't do that? But if it does, oh well, I'm still in love with this series. But let's get started with the review. Pretty much, it starts off where the last episode ended off, where Kaneki, the half and half human, half ghoul, he has his first taste of human flesh. And he pretty much throws that back up immediately. He doesn't understand why he should eat it. He's human. He doesn't want to be considered a ghoul. That's pretty much like a given. And Toka, the girl that shoved the food down his mouth, beats the shit out of him for a little bit and is like, well, you think your life sucked? What the hell has my life been since I was born? Tell me that. Like, just quit being a baby and live, because if you starve yourself, it's gonna be hell. And we also learn later on in the episode, the only thing ghouls can enjoy as much as humans do is coffee. Don't really know why, but that's the only thing that they can really stomach of human food. And finally, Kaneki, he returns to school. Hide sees him. It's a whole comical reunion. I found it very enjoyable. And after that, pretty much Hide can pretty much tell that Kaneki's been starving himself. He's like, dude, you gotta eat no matter what. You're gonna get your health all messed up. But of course, Kaneki doesn't want to eat, because that means he has to eat humans, and he will no longer be human. So after that, pretty much they go to get notes from this one upperclassman that Hide is friends with, and his name is Noshio. And when they get there, it turns out that Noshio is the territory ghoul guy from the previous episode. Kaneki notices him right away. Noshio notices him also. And pretty much Noshio gets Hide to come back to get notes with him. And Kaneki is pretty much skeptic about this, because he thinks Noshio's going to attack Hide. Hide's his best friend, and he doesn't want that to happen. So he joins him. They go down a back alley. Noshio automatically knocks out Hide, and he goes after Kaneki, and pretty much tries to get the ghoul side of him to come out, pretty much, and attacks him, just manhandles him, and like punches a hole through his stomach, everything. And after that, he's starting to go after Hide now. Now, since he's going after Hide, pretty much getting ready to kill him and eat him, Kaneki doesn't want that at all. He starts going into that pretty much desperate phase that happens in a lot of these mangas and animes, where they're half human, half whatever. And the power that he inherited from the binge eater comes out, and it's still the same type of attack, and he fucking goes in on that ass, man. Holy cow. I mean, I wish the episode I saw had introverted colors, but I wish they really didn't, because that would have been so fucking cool. He just starts stabbing the hell out of him with his powers that the binge eater had before when Kaneki was attacked by her. Same concept, just going in, beating the hell out of him. Like, I was so surprised. It was so great. And then after that happened, we've been seeing this lately. The binge eater, her like conscience shows up, and she's like starting to sweet talk Kaneki into eating Hide. Like, he's your friend, this is your treat, this is your reward for beating him. Eat him, just do whatever you want, he's all yours. And Kaneki sort of loses his humanity for a bit, his ability to process what he's about to do, and he's right there about to eat Hide, his best friend since grade school. And then Toka comes out of nowhere and is like, look, you don't want to do this. And he's like, oh, shut up, I just want to eat, because he hasn't eaten in so long. His hunger has driven him towards this. And Toka kind of just beats the shit out of him real quick. We don't see it though. And he wakes up at the cafe place, and pretty much, ooh, it's a nice breeze. Then after that, pretty much, he immediately is back to his like self, where he can rationalize with the situation at hand. And when that happens, pretty much he wants to know, is he okay? Is he okay? Because like he's completely full, he doesn't have the hunger anymore. And we see Oji-san, my bad. I'm gonna call him Oji-san, but his name is, one second, what is his name? Yoshimura. His name is Yoshimura, but I'm gonna call him Oji-san because that's pretty much what he is. He's like Grandpa Ghoul that helps out other ghouls and shit. But and pretty much he's like, well, there's only one way to satisfy a ghoul's hunger, that's to eat human flesh. It's as plain as simple as that. So while you were asleep, we gave you food, and now Kaneki, it's obvious he's not human, he's not ghoul. And he thinks he has no place in either world, and that he's going to be all alone. He has to leave Hide alone. While this has happened, he's in Hide's room. Hide's knocked out, pretty much recovering from what happened that Noshio did to him. And what happens is Oji-san, pretty much he tells Kaneki, he's like, you are human, you are ghoul, you have a place in both worlds, the only one that has a place in both worlds, like, you will be okay. And he's like, look, I want you to spend some time with us, and that's him and Toka at the cafe. We'll teach you how to make some pretty damn good coffee, and I want you to learn to see that we're not just mindless beasts that just go around and eat. And even though pretty much at the end of the episode Kaneki accepts this, he I don't think this will be the end of the struggle between his human and ghoul side. I think he still will have a struggle to save his humanity as much as he can. I don't think he's going to accept it right away, because if he does, that will kind of suck for the story, in my opinion. But it turns out that after Kaneki and Oji-san, they pretty much leave Hide's room. Hide opens his eyes, so I'm pretty sure he was listening in on the conversation. It's pretty much a given. And I'm going to call this now. I think Hide knows more about the ghouls than he's putting on. I think he might be a ghoul. I have no idea, but I think he's just pretty much testing Kaneki out, seeing something like that. That's just what I want to believe. But I think Hide's going to be around no matter what, even if he is human. I think he's still going to stick by Kaneki's side like they always have. At least that's what I hope anyway. But at the end of the episode, pretty much Kaneki just agrees to stay at the cafe with them and learn to make some bomb-ass coffee. That's pretty much all it was. And let me close this. Pretty much that was the end of the episode. I mean, the fight was amazing. If anybody out there knows if there are versions where it's not blacked out in certain parts of the screen, or it's not introverted colors so we don't see it, please let me know, because I would really like to see this just straight up done the way it's done and not have it kind of censored or something like that. But that's pretty much all I got for this review. I mean, so far out of the first two episodes, episode 1 I would have given it a 5 out of 5 rating. This episode I would have given it like a 4 out of 5 rating. But that's pretty much all I got for this. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And that's all I got for you guys. So see ya.